0022, People of the Philippines versus Jan Custodio for the case of falsification of public
Appearances. Expected appeal, Your Honor, for the Your Honor,
Okay. Appearance for the defense.
Your Honor, appealing for the defense, Attorney Justin.
You may call in your witness, prosecutor. Who is the witness? Please. Usher in the witness to the stand.
May call the witness stand is Lydia Marie C. Jimenez.
Alright. Ma'am Ninya Marie. Please take the witness stand. Administer the oath to the witness. Sure.
I solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you in all that conflicts to the
For the record, ma'am, please state your full name. Your occupation. Your residence.
I'm representing people citizen of San Carlos, Wisconsin.
Age, ma'am.
I am 26 years old.
So the witness is Ms. Ninya Marie Jimenez. You may please take your seat, prosecutor. You may proceed with your order. Your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. With the permission of this honorable court. Good morning, Madam.
Please, proceed with your order first.
Thank you, Your Honor. We offer the testimony of this witness, Your Honor, to show and prove that she is an expert witness, Your Honor, in question of document examination, be a licensed criminologist, and she will also testify as to her qualifications. She will also testify, Your Honor, that her services were requested for the examination of the questions document, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
She will also testify, Your Honor, that based on her scientific analysis and comparative examination between the question document examination and the standard signatures of Mr. Bautista, she can safely conclude, Your Honor, that the question signatures as appearing on the letters of removal were not written by one and the same person. And she will also identify her judicial affidavit in relation to this issue. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Madam. And
By the way, before we proceed, no stipulation.
if the defense, Your Honor, is willing to stipulate the expertise of this witness, Your Honor.
Very presented, the witness is being presented as an expert witness, proposed to be presented as an expert witness by the prosecution. You are willing to stipulate on the expertise of the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright then. So the witness is, the testimony of the witness as an expert witness has been stipulated upon. So the prosecution may dispense with the presentation of evidence to prove the expertise of the witness as an expert in the field. You may now proceed with your direct examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ganyan pala
Madam
yun.
Witness, do you recall having executed a judicial affidavit in relation to this case?
Yes, sir.
If that judicial affidavit is shown to you, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes, sir.
I have here a copy of the judicial affidavit consisting of 6 pages. Tell us if this is the judicial affidavit that you have executed.
This judicial affidavit is what I presented.
And on the last page of this judicial affidavit, there is a name, Ninya Marie C. Jimenez. Who is that person?
I am that person.
And above that name, Madam, there is a signature. Whose signature is that?
This is my signature.
Before you sign this judicial affidavit, Madam, did you read the contents of the same?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand? Say, were you forced to execute this judicial affidavit? Were you threatened by anyone to execute this judicial affidavit? Do you now affirm and confirm the veracity of your statements in this judicial affidavit, Madam?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, please may we move that since the witness already identified the documents in her judicial affidavit, may we move that the markings be maintained, Your Honor.
Alright, so the markings of the documents identified by the witness in her judicial affidavit will be maintained.
Thank you,
No
Your Honor.
further question on the record?
And pursuant to the judicial affidavit, Your Honor, the judicial affidavit of this witness will serve as her direct testimony in this case. And she is ready for cross-testimony.
Alright, so the witness is now ready for cross-examination, if any, based on her judicial affidavit. Ready to send it? Do you have any cross-examination based on the judicial affidavit of the witness which constituted her testimony?
Thank you, Your Honors. Based on your judicial affidavit witness, you have stated here that you have conducted a question document examination report number 2025-04.
Yes, sir.
What were the documents submitted to you for examination?
There were documents to standard and we have question papers.
So first, what were the question documents submitted to you for examination?
The question document that's submitted were from the Ombudsman, from the Barangay Hall, and from the ILG.
What are these documents coming from those three sources?
These are the Ministerial Office of Question document. As mentioned there, the question document John Bautista is page 1. And with the standard document, we requested it from the Muslim party that they should submit the original copy for the standard document.
What about the standard documents that you have also examined?
The standard documents came from the Muslim party. These are the logbooks and the official barangay memorandums.
So you have examined these logbooks and memoranda, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did you conduct your examination?
I conducted Colegio de Santo Tomas Incorporated.
Is that your office or the firm you are connected in?
Yes, yes, sir.
Who brought those standards and documents to you?
It was brought by the requesting party in person with the attorney, Andrea Governor.
Those logbooks, were you permitted to, or was there any proof on your part that you are allowed to make use of those documents for the purpose of forensic examination?
Yes, sir.
What proof you can present to me?
We have the request letter from my office proving that it is requested for the original for the purpose of examination.
So, what kind of document were you able to examine during your forensic examination?
Those documents were the original.
The original documents.
Yes,
And that is true to the other standards.
yes, sir.
So you have examined original documents from the logbook
Yes, from the last book.
and from the memorandum also. Now, after conducting the examination, what were the findings that you have found after the forensic examination?
If you let me, I would like to read from the findings. The findings are the scientific analysis and comparative examination of the question signature John Bautista, marked Q1 to Q3, and standard signatures of John Bautista, SS1 to SS10, with the aid of digitally magnified stamped images and enlarged photographs, revealed significant differences in handwriting characteristics and habits, such as manner of execution, alignment, baseline, placement of diacritic, and other individual characteristics. So if you let me, I would like to present, Your Honor.
All right, that will be enough for that already answered the questions of that. You may proceed.
What is also your proof that you were allowed to make use of the documents coming from the EILG and also
Proof is we have an request letter from the requesting party. So that's the proof that I can examine the documents coming from the three different offices.
So you are stating that you were not the one who requested the original documents for examination.
Before we requested the original documents, we did receive the request letter from the attorney. After receiving the request letter, then my office releases a letter to request the original document from the three different offices.
It was the lawyer who requested the documents for your examination.
It was my office who requested the original document from the different offices.
After conducting the examination, what were then the points for you to consider telling your conclusion that the question signatures and standards are not the same?
The points that came up with the conclusion is, as mentioned from the findings, is from the manner of execution, alignment to baseline, placement of diacritic, and other individual characteristics.
But it's normal for individuals to write differently. That is proven as a principle in handwriting examination.
Yes, sir. But even though they have different, there's still a handwriting characteristics that you can determine that it is written by one person.
You also, this witness also that even one and the same person cannot duplicate his or her handwriting.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, a person, including the writer of the signatures that you have examined, is or were written differently.
Differently, but there's a handwriting characteristics that you can determine that even though it is different from the first writing, there's still a characteristics that you can surely say that it is written by one distinct person.
On the other hand, there are also characteristics that will tell the differences.
There are differences, but the more it has similarities on the handwriting, it will be safely concluded that it's been imitated, the same signature, because if one person is writing his signature, doesn't have to mind about the placement of his writing, it's because it's natural. It came out naturally. That's what we call handwriting characteristics.
With that, Your Honor, I'm done with the cross-examination.
Any redirect, prosecutor?
Your Honor, please, we will be allowed to present the witness and illustrate her findings so that the this honorable court, they able to clearly understand the her examination in relation to this case, Your Honor.
All right, we will allow that. We will have a 2-minute water break, then we will issue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So we will have a short recess. We will have the
Attorney Riego Fleur Garcia, E. Vestido Street, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Specimen submitted. We have question signature, John Bautista. Please scan copies of barangay resolution, removal as barangay secretary of Barangay Sinabangan dated on August 2, 2022, executed by the Barangay Captain Neil Christian Lozano, and with the concurrence and approval by the Sangguniang Barangay officials, John Bautista, Florian Abucayon, Nam Jimenez, Jerry Galapin, Ani John Pinas, Mary Chavez, Mark Siculo, and Jaben Visura, with question signature of John Bautista Marcas. Q1, 2 pages original copy of the question signature was scanned, photographed, and examined at the DILG in San Carlos City on August 4, 2025 at about 10 a.m. Q2, 2 pages original copy was scanned, photographed, and examined at the Barangay Hall of Tinatangan on August 4, 2025 at about 1 p.m. And Q3, the 2 pages original copy was scanned, photographed, and examined at the Ombudsman on August 4, 2025 at about 3 p.m. So we have here the standard documents bearing the signature of John Bautista marked as the following. 1 copy of the Barangay Logbook dated January 2022 with standard signature of John Bautista marked as S1. 1 copy of Barangay Payroll dated January 17, 2022, July 19, 2022, October 20, 2022, with standard signatures of John Bautista marked as SO. Barangay Logbook dated June 4, with standard signatures of John Bautista marked S3. Barangay Logbook, page 14, dated January 2, 2024, with standard signature John Bautista marked as S4. Minutes of 3rd regular session of the Sangguniang Barangay Tinatangan, San Carlos City, dated February 2, 2024, with standard signature of John Bautista, with others as marked as S5. Special session of the Barangay Tinatangan, San Carlos City, dated February 8, 2024 at 9 a.m. with standard signature of John Bautista, with others marked as S6. Minutes of the regular session of the Sangguniang Barangay Tinatangan, San Carlos City, dated February 16, 2024 at 2 p.m. with standard signature John Bautista, with others marked as S7. Attendance of the Barangay Regular Session dated June 21, 2024 with standard signature of John Bautista marked S8. Section of Sangguniang Barangay Tinatangan, San Carlos City dated July 4, 2024 at 2 p.m. with standard signature John Bautista, with others marked as S9. And the session of the Sangguniang Barangay Tinatangan, San Carlos City dated July 18, 2024 at 1 p.m. with standard signatures John Bautista marked as S10. So the purpose of the question document examination is to determine whether the question signatures John Bautista on the P-scan copies of the barangay resolution, removal as barangay secretary dated August 2, 2024 marked as Q1, Q2, Q3, and the standard signatures of John Bautista found the above-mentioned standard document marked as S1, 2, S10 were written by one and the same person. Methodology or the methods used in examining. The question and the standard signatures were photographed using Canon EOS Rebel P3 camera and scanned using Epson Perfection B39 high definition scanner. The photographs and the scanned copies of question and standard signatures were magnified, analyzed, compared, and evaluated to determine whether the question and standard signatures were written by one and the same person. Analysis, comparison, and evaluation was conducted at the Colegio de Santo Tomas Recoletos Incorporated, Ascona Street, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. So the findings were the scientific analysis and comparative examination of the question signature John Bautista, marked as Q1 to Q3, and standard signatures of John Bautista marked as S1 and S10 with the aid of digitally magnified scanned images and enlarged photographs revealed significant differences in handwriting characteristics and habits such as manner of execution, alignment to baseline, placement of diacritic, and other individual characteristics. So for the manner execution, as you can see here, Your Honor, the standard specimen is slow speed in the execution of conventional signature. So when we say conventional signature, we can thoroughly read the signed document. Now, for the question signature, the manner of execution is moderate. Speed in the execution of conventional signature. Now, for the placement of diacritic, it has, for the standard, we have here, the placement of diacritic is above the center body of the T. This is the diacritic. While on the question, there is the diacritic of letter T is below the center of the signature. And for the alignment to baseline, so if we say baseline, there's the line here. So for the standard, as you can see here, the baseline of the standard specimen is above the baseline, which is line here, and the signature is above the baseline, as you can see for the all standard. While in the question, if we put imaginary line here, you can see that the baseline will be here. So the manner of execution of the signature is it goes up, down, down. In question document examination, it's called variables. If it goes up, down, down. Now, for the individual characteristics, we have here for S1, we have here the arrow 1 pointing to the initial stroke of each letter J for the rest of the S10. So for the standard of arrow 1, you can see that there's blank initial stroke. While on the question signature is the initial stroke of the letter J, it has a hook. So the initial stroke has a hook for the rest of the specimen. Now for the arrow 2, this is the arrow 2. Now the diacritic of the letter J is connected with the letter J. While on the arrow 2 of the question is, the diacritic is above the initial stroke of the letter J. And the rest of the question is the absence of diacritic. Now for the arrow 3, we have the arrow 3. The dot of the letter I. Here. This is the dot. While on the question, the dot of the letter of the question is just below or just in line with the T cross of the T, letter T. While on the standard, as you can see here, the diacritic is on the center. While on the question, it's just on the right side of the letter T. Now for the arrow 4, we will have the diacritic cross. We call that diacritic cross of T. So you can see to it that there's a cross the two letters. While here, there's an absence of the cross, the red cross of the letter T. Now, for the arrow 5, you can see here, we pointed it on the terminal stroke. So if we have initial, we also have terminal stroke. So the terminal stroke that is pointed in the standard document is on the above of the letter A. So it's missing of this sign of the A, this one. While here, you can see to it that the letter A is incomplete. So, for the conclusion, I can safely conclude that this question document, question signature, and the standard specimen were not written by the same person.
Thank you. Next.
That would be
Any recross?
Yes, Your Honor, very good question.
The defense
You have mentioned earlier, the examinations were conducted in different venues.
Yes, sir.
One examination was conducted in the Ombudsman.
Yes, sir.
Another examination was conducted in a certain barangay.
Yes.
what barangay is that?
Barangay Ilaman.
And the third examination you have conducted was in the DILG. What particular DILG office is that?
The ILG of San Carlos.
And those mentioned by you, the venues of the examination you have conducted, contradict your earlier statement that you have conducted examination in your office.
It does not contradict, sir, because the examination of the 3 different offices was for the purpose that we cannot get the original copy. As for this, now became a public document. So if it is a public document, we can only get the certified true copy. So for us to examine the original copy, we need to do it on the office. And for the further examination, which will be compared on the standard, that's why it states there that the examination was also happened at Colegio de Santo Tomas Recoletos. For further examination, we just scan copies of the 3 documents for the standard.
So you have obtained a true copy of the original, and those true copies were the standards that you have used in
Yes.
your office for the purpose of examination.
Yes, sir.
So you have allowed the use of a true copy, not the original, in your examination.
We allowed it if the requesting party cannot produce the original copy.
But in your case, the original documents are available in those 3 venues you have mentioned earlier.
Yes, they are available, but in the sense that this is a public document. So when you say public document, you cannot get the original. You can only see it. So for us to examine the original, we need to do it on the said offices. And for us to have a copy, they are going to release the certified true copy of the said original document.
For the record, Your Honor, the witness stated that she examined the true copy of the original in the office. She also stated that the original documents are available, but they are available in the 3 venues, the ILG, Ombudsman, and Barangay. Therefore, Ms. Witness, you did not conduct the examination in those venues using the original, but you have conducted the examination in your office using the true copy of the original document. Is that correct?
As stated on the examination report,
Please answer the question. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes. For the record, Your Honor. Thank you.
Alright, now for your cross. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your testimony. You are excused. Alright, no other witnesses, prosecutor? No witnesses, Your Honor, for this case. Alright, so we will have continuance also on January 10. All right, now, we issue the order.
That it is written by one person.
You all know, Ms. Witness, also that even one and the same person cannot duplicate his or her handwriting.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, a person, including the writer of the signatures that you have examined, is or were written differently.
Differently, but there's a handwriting characteristics that you can determine that even though it is different from the first writing, there's still a characteristics that you can surely say that it is written by one the same person.
On the other hand, there are also characteristics that will tell the differences.
There are differences, but the more it has similarities on the handwriting, it will be safely concluded that it's been imitated with the same signature, because if one person is writing his signature, doesn't have to mind about the placement of his writing. It's because it's natural. It came out naturally. That's what we call handwriting characteristics.
With that, Your Honor, I'm done with the cross-examination.
Anything direct, prosecutor?
Your Honor, please, may you be allowed to present the witness and
Resolution, removal as Barangay Secretary of Barangay Kinaganan dated on August 2, 2024, executed by the Barangay Captain Nel Christian Lozano, and with the concurrence and approval by the Sangguniang Barangay Officials John Bautista, Florian Abucayon, Nam Jimenez, Jerry Galapin, Ani John Pinas, Mary Paez, Mark Sipulo, and Japet Isura, with question signature of John Bautista marked as Q1. 2 pages original copy of the question signature was scanned, photographed, and examined at the DILG in San Carlos City on August 4, 2025 at about 10 a.m. Q2, 2 pages original copy was scanned, photographed, and examined at the Barangay Hall of Kinatangan on August 4, 2025 at about 1 p.m. And Q3, the 2 pages original copy was scanned, photographed, and examined at the Ombudsman on August 4, 2025 at about 3 p.m. So we have here the standard documents bearing the signature of John Bautista marked as the following. 1 copy of the Barangay Logbook dated January 2022 with standard signature of John Bautista marked as S1. 1 copy of Barangay Payroll dated January 17, 2022, July 19, 2022, and October 20, 2022 with standard signatures of John Bautista marked as S2. Barangay Logbook dated June 4 with the standard signatures of John Bautista marked S3.